welcome back to yet another episode of Warikoo, a place where I answer frequently asked questions about life. And today's frequently asked question is, how do I be motivated all the time? How do I get myself into a position where I'm always inspired, always motivated to do the right things? And this is such an interesting question because I have so many of you who write in asking this question, and I have so much fun responding to it. So I'm glad I'm documenting this right now, and it stays forever for all of you to look at it whenever you feel like, how do I feel motivated all the time? And here is my response. But let me start with the parallel. Let's say you want to get fit. You want to lose weight. In fact, let's say you want to get six-pack abs. You want to be super fit and just six-pack abs and shit. So you go to the gym and you work your ass off. Like that one day, you are running and you're lifting and you're crunching and you're doing everything that the instructor's telling you. You are in the zone. Like 3 hours, you crush yourself. You're like a beast. And then you tell yourself, I'm going to get six-pack abs at the end of the day because I worked so hard. And of course I worked so hard, so everything that I did today is going to last for a really long time, and that will get me to six-pack abs. Is that how it works? No, right? That's not how it works. If you do know that you want to get six-pack abs, you also know that the only way to get six-pack abs is to show up at the gym every single day, is to completely transform your diet, is to go through a grind that you're committing to for at least 3 to 6 months, if not more. And it will take everything from you to get to the point where you do get physically so fit that your six-pack abs show. That's how it works. I didn't have to tell you that. You knew that. But how is it that we see a motivational video one day, we read a motivational book one day, we have a conversation that leaves us all with high energy, with massive inspiration that this, oh my God, I'm going to do everything that it takes now. I'm just feeling so charged up. And then we assume that that is going to last forever. We assume that that dose, that injection of motivation and inspiration that we've got is going to last forever. That we wouldn't need it tomorrow or day after or the day after that. We've got this once and we've got it in ample doses, and guess what? We're transformed. We don't need motivation anymore. It's not how it works. It's exactly the same thing as working out. It's exactly the same thing as doing something which is a big change. You have to recognize that motivation is actually the worst friend we can all have. And here is how. Imagine you have a friend who always shows up when you are about to eat pizza. And we're like, hey, pizza, yay! Let's have pizza today. Who always shows up when you begin to watch Netflix and waste your night into it. Yay, Netflix, Patal Lok, or whatever is the cool thing right now. Let's binge watch and never switch off the television or the laptop or the phone. Who somehow always is there when you want to sleep that extra 15 minutes. It's like, yeah, Ankur, you want to sleep for 15 minutes? You go, man. You go. You sleep. You absolutely sleep for 15 minutes. You deserve it. You've worked hard. You go. You sleep. But that friend, that same friend that you call motivation, is somehow missing when you have to study for that 1 hour more. Like you're like, hey friend, motivation, I really want you to come into my life right now because I want to study for 1 more hour. And motivation is like, you know what? I am really busy. There are some friends over at my place and I can't come right now. I'm really sorry. But the next time you have pizza, call me. Or you have to get something done and you're feeling really lazy and you want to get this motivation friend of yours to help you, and that motivation friend is nowhere to be found. Like, it's the worst friend ever. Would you be friends with a person in real life if this person were like that? But that's how motivation is. We don't need motivation to eat that extra slice of pizza. We somehow don't need motivation to drink that extra glass of alcohol. We don't need motivation to sleep for 15 or 1 hour more. We don't need motivation to watch another episode of Netflix or whatever it is that we are watching. But somehow, when we have to do the things that truly matter, we need motivation. And then motivation is nowhere to be found. It's like lost upon us. And that's why the question, which is, how do I feel motivated all the time? But it starts with the assumption and it starts with the realization that motivation is a really hard thing to have. In fact, we're naturally, as human beings, ingrained not to be motivated, to actually fall or get seduced or get succumbed to all the pleasures of life that drive us away from meaningful things that we have to do. That is how the human body and the DNA is. We are constantly being seduced by comfort. We're constantly being approached by something that is easier, that is less friction, that is less hard work. And they're like, go for it. Don't work so hard. Don't put yourself through all of this. You can have an easy, comfortable life. Why don't you just adopt that? And that is why motivation is nowhere to be found when we truly need it. And when you realize this, when you realize that motivation is something that you have to constantly inject in you, the question then is, how do you get to that point? And then the answer becomes very simple when you compare it to the working out example that I gave you. If you have to get physically fit, if you have to get to a point where your body shows that you've cared for it, you will have to commit to that every single day. Getting fit becomes a choice. Getting fit becomes a matter of discipline. And that is the same thing for motivation. Motivation is a choice. Motivation is a discipline. I'll say that again for impact. Motivation is a choice. Motivation is a discipline. And that is what you need to know about motivation. You have to, on every single day basis, do something that leaves you feeling motivated, that leaves you feeling inspired, that leaves you feeling with higher energy than you had before you started. It could be reading a book, it could be listening to someone, it could be watching something, it could be singing to yourself, it could be playing an instrument, it could be just spending time with yourself. Whatever is it that you recognize leaves you motivated, leaves you with higher energy, doesn't suck the energy out of you, doesn't leave you like, oh my God, I don't want to do anything, I just want to crash. That's not motivation. Motivation is what leaves you like, oh my God, bring things to me. I am so ready to pick this up. I'm so ready to do this again. I feel so enthused picking this up. I am just so enthusiastic starting this. I'm just so eager to finish this up. That is what you need to do. And that is personal for everyone. It's not the same. It's not that I'm recommending you watch these videos every day, because that may not work for you. It's not that you have to read a book every day. That may not work for you. But you do have to spend time investigating what is it that leaves you with higher energy than before. What is it that genuinely makes you feel like you want to get up and face the world? And that's the shit you have to commit to every single day of your life. Every single day of your life. And if you do that for long enough, you will get to a point where you will make motivation a habit. You would have done enough, put yourself to enough discipline, put yourself to a regime that will now make motivation a habit. You will not find the need to call upon motivation as a friend when it's nowhere to be found. You will just blink an eyelid and you will know how to get that motivation. It will be like you're going through a really bad day. You don't know what's working out and what's not. You feel disillusioned. You feel imbalanced. And you know where to go to. And it's mostly not watching television. It's mostly not numbing your senses. It's mostly not drinking yourself silly. It mostly is stuff that helps you center yourself. It mostly are things that don't make you forget what you're going through, but things that make you aware of what you're going through. And that awareness then leaves you with an energy that you now feel you're ready to face whatever is it that you're facing. Personally, for me, I am always left motivated when I listen to music and sing along. It just works for me. It works for me beautifully. I in fact have apps downloaded where I can do karaoke and shit, because I know that when I start singing to a tune that I love listening to and also singing to, it just leaves me with higher energy than I had before I started. It just helps me center myself. I love speaking to a few friends who get me back to my energy levels, who tell me what is it that I am capable of, who tell me, show me the mirror that I am somehow fogged out with and I'm unable to see. Because they know the true me, and they know what I'm capable of, and they know what I've done in the past, and they know how to pull me up again. And I always go back to them. And I never ever drown myself in the phone. I never drown myself in front of the television. I never drown myself listening or doing things that I don't want to be doing just because it's the world dumping its shit on me, telling me this is who you're not, this is what you should be doing, this is what you're not doing, this is why this is wrong, this is why this is right, so on and so forth. I don't want people commenting, judging, and making it sound like they know what I should be doing. What I need is to find my own self at that point of time. And that's my biggest thing and my biggest request to you all as well. Don't think of motivation as a one-time dose that you get and it stays for a really long time. It's not like that. It is intense and it requires a daily commitment. So think of motivation as a choice, as a discipline, and find out what is it that you want, or what is it that you are left motivated with. It could be someone, it could be something, it could be an action, it could be a feeling. But once you dig deep and identify that for yourself, which is a personal journey, you have to promise yourself that you will stay committed to doing that for every single day from now on. And once you do that, you will never, ever be at a point where you ask the question, how do I feel motivated all the time? I hope this helps. If there's anything that you want me to address about this topic, I would love you to ask me in the comment section below. And a genuine request, if you like my content and if you like what I'm sharing, it will mean the world to me if you clicked on the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel, because then you would know whenever a new content piece is live. Thank you so much. Stay safe, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that whenever we put up a new video, you're aware of it.